Hey there. My name's Dan. First time YouTube video. Third attempt though. And I am Mandela affected. Big time. About two and a half years. So, been a difficult 2 years. It's been lonely and depressing and hard to cope sometimes. Stressful. And probably what got me through most of that was, or at least what helped the most was other videos of you guys, your stories and, just how you're dealing with stuff. And that helped a lot. So, I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I figured if I can help others the way they help me, then, that'd make me feel pretty good. And I'd be pretty happy if I could do that for someone. I don't know if I'll get any subs or whatever you call it, but whatever, I'll try. I'm not on here for... I'm on here to, for myself too, to let off steam and express myself, get stuff off my chest, express ideas, share, exchange ideas, help people if I can, that's the only reason. Any people who, that I associate or that I exchange with, I'd more or less, probably going to be more along the lines to people that are affected. I'm not, been at this for 2.5 years. I know what it's like waking people up. I don't think that's my job to wake people up. Usually doesn't turn out so well. Actually, I found it's always different, right? I don't know. I'll tell you, how I got affected. On YouTube, I was checking stuff out, some conspiracy stuff. I think I was looking into Antarctica. And then I came across this. And right away, I noticed stuff, right? The car logos is what I remember noticing first. Those were like Volvo and Volkswagen and Ford. Gender-biased Volvo. That stupid curly tail thing and the separation in the VW, Berenstain Bears, read it when I was a kid. Can clearly remember the cover of the books, I know it was EI, right? Yeah. And so, at first it was kind of neat. I don't know. Every day, is like childlike wonder, checking stuff out. And then I realized how vast it was, our entire reality. It's not just things that have changed, but our reality's changed. It's not the same freaking planet. When I saw the geography, I can't even explain how I felt. My heart sank. I felt sick. And then the anatomy, the heart, the skull, the ribs, on and on. Felt sick. And, throughout my life, I've struggled with addictions and such, right? And at this particular time, I was in a treatment program. It's called the day program. And rather than staying in a facility, you go Monday to Friday, like 9 to 5. It kind of felt like school. So I did this, and we're supposed to do these presentations. Like we're all like a class, and it's like a group setting, right? So, and we're supposed to do a presentation on what helped us in our recovery. So I decided to do mine on the Mandela effect. I figured, if I can't talk to my group about it, who can I talk to, right? It's like they'll either, they might commit me. I don't know. I got 4 therapists in this group, right? So, I used to be a really good artist, and drugs kind of got me away from that. But when I was younger, I was really good at it. So I drew a map of the world, the entire world, every island, every coastline, every detail. Did it all freehand, just zooming in on Google Earth, It actually turned out really nice. And I wanted to use it in my presentation to show the geography changes. And I wanted to make it interactive and fun for everybody, right? And most in the past, average presentation was 10, 15 minutes long. Mine lasted like half the day. And I could have went longer. Everybody was right into it. I made it interactive. And, I had therapists jumping up and running across the room to open the cabinet to grab the Monopoly game. Yeah, it actually was pretty funny. But so basically, this is my experience, right? Every person I've introduced it to, or talked about it to, or whatever, right? Showed examples. I've never found one person that didn't have memories. Not one. Had they got their different reactions, right? They're either affected like us, or they notice the change and don't give a fuck. They're like, whatever, disregard it, go on about their business. Or they'll make every excuse in the book why I see this. So, I don't know. I introduced it to my son-in-law, and he was severely affected like me, right? And at that time, we were thinking, CERN and the alternate realities and stuff like that. So, we'd have funny, thoughts. I was like, did me waking you up effectively kill the other you in this reality and woke you up to this new reality? I don't know. Little things we pondered. We were smoking pot and stuff. This is nicotine. I don't know. Anyways, I had a death in a really close, my best friend, his mom died, and I was really close. I called her mom and stuff too, and she died, and my distraction wasn't as strong as I thought because I relapsed, and my life took a turn for the worse. My family kind of disowned me, and I left town and went off by myself, lived in my car, whatever. That was a long time ago. Anyway, I'm not doing that now. I'm clean again, but I'm in a different situation now. Pretty poor. Before I realized this Mandela, I already was deciding, I was tired of being a slave to society, and I felt we were all born slaves, and I didn't feel like I wanted to work until the day I die anymore. Tired of materialism and all that kind of stuff. And then I discovered this, and then, so I'm still in that same boat. I'm kind of borderline homeless. Staying with someone right now, but that's going to end shortly, and I don't really want to get work. But I might have to, at least till I can build myself something to go off grid or whatever. So I don't know what else I should talk about. This is just supposed to be an intro video. Okay, well, yeah, so I just, I'd love to help people if I can. And, like, help me lots channels that I really, highly recommend is, one of the first ones that I started watching was Lone Eagle. He mostly deals in geography changes. He has some cool tech for its time. He does a lot of live streams now and stuff too now. But he's got a really positive attitude, positive outlook. That's a good thing. I don't really like these. Most people treat it like a joke. It feels, or make us look stupid. They're, oh, look at this change. They dropped the S and whatever. The product's different. I don't really care. I don't even really look into shit anymore. Shit's different, man. Fucking whatever. I don't care about stuff like that. I really don't. I'll talk about it with people, or say what my opinion is, but I don't go out of my way to look at that stuff up. And I think the people that present it are, whatever, teach their own. It's just not my thing. Quantum of Conscience. Matt. That guy is awesome. He's very well spoken. Has some of his own theories that are very compelling and resonate a lot with me. Highly suggest him. It's actually Quantum Conscious. It's like a book he's doing. He's doing chapters like on YouTube though. He hasn't had it published yet. But I can't share the video or nothing. It's like a copyright thing. But I highly suggest you watch that. He deals in all the reality breakdowns, and I already came to the conclusion before I found him that this world's fake. Everything's fucking, nothing's real. I'm leaning towards simulation now. I believe the only thing that actually exists is our conscious, or you could say your soul, or whatever, right? And that's it. Nothing else exists. I believe this, this is like school for our soul, We either graduate and go back to the source, or we fucking get recycled back and reincarnated, whatever. I really believe that. But on the bright side, I used to be an atheist and stuff, so at least, Mandela, that's a good thing. We know there's life after death. We know it. It's just the way it is. It's very, find it to be a spiritual awakening. But that's one of the things that Matt touches on in Quantum Conscious, right? He touches on, like, not just the ridiculous fake world we're in, but he talks about, like, it's possible that there's like a dark force entity, Lochnar, something out there, the higher power, or not the higher power, but the man behind the screen or whatever, seems to, possibly feed off of our fears. And I don't know, it's hard to explain. I suggest you watch it. But anyways, there's talk about when we're like we are, we're affected. And, if you got a good enough grasp, reality which we're in. You perceive things properly, and you have the right foresight or whatever. We're supposed to be able to like manifest stuff, possibly. Bend your reality to your will, influence your reality. Almost like Neo type shit in the Matrix, but not the same, but kind of. And then one of the things he taps on is, these dark entities or whatever. Man is supposed to be like some of the theories, not just his, but other people's theories are like, we are just a conscious person, right? We're in this avatar. And a lot of people actually believe we actually make our reality, like all of us collectively, right? It could be an ongoing thing since the beginning of time, and the reality we're in right now, we actually manifested it ourselves. The point where we're here now and we're born, everything's probably already been created and we lost the ability to manifest or whatever, but it probably wasn't like that way back when, right? In the beginning. And I don't know. So these dark forces think or feel, or they might not, but it's possible that they're trying to use us as a collective human manifesting creative soul, right? Try to get us all collectively fear something or collectively believe something bad's gonna happen. It could be a million things. But if we all believe this enough and fear it enough, it's possible that we can actually manifest it into reality. It's pretty trippy stuff, right? Totally feasible, though. I mean, what I've learned, if I've learned anything, is anything's possible. Anything. I mean, anything's possible now. But yeah, so that was one of my goals too, right? Kind of the opposite of that. So Matt's at his channel, he's waking people up, right? He's trying to make people aware. Open your eyes, realize what's going on around you, realize what's not going on around you, realize society, entities, whatever, trying to use you, and to realize that, the journeys is within, right? So the only way to get out of this place, most people figure, is within. And that means to grow within yourself, within your soul, whatnot. But I had a thought that this manifest freaking disaster thing or whatever, get everybody on Earth collectively paranoid of something that might actually come to be. Well, I think we could probably do the opposite, right? So, I think, it doesn't have to be me, but I think a lot of us should do that. We should get together, whether it's through a channel or fucking forums or whatever, and if enough of us are together and we believe and talk and influence positive things and outlooks and whatnot, then we can manifest positive, right? The sky's the limit. Like think of a church and faith healing, right? Fucking shaking and stuff, and their cancer's gone. If they can do stuff like that, imagine what we could do when we have the knowledge. They're just blind faith healing. Like, we know everything's fake, so just that knowing, I believe, gives us an upper hand. We're awake. We realize the power, so we should be able to seize it. And I think that's a bright future if we could, somehow do that in the future. So that's kind of what I want to lean towards. And until something like that happens, I'll just come on here every day. I'll share some ideas. I'll share some stories. some experiences, and gladly answer questions, and I'd love to help anyone that I can. I'm in a bad place right now. Like, I mean, like in life, I pretty alone and fucking, I'm at a point where, you know, I've started over so many times, but this starting over this time is different because it's like the whole world's different, right? And it's really hard. And I don't really, if I gotta start over, I want to do something different. And maybe you guys can help me figure something out. I don't know. I'm getting old. I'd like to just be off grid and fuck everybody, but I want to help people too. I wanted to do that when I thought everything was real. Now that I know everything's fake, I want to help everybody fucking graduate. Not that I'm some fucking saint. Obviously not. I'm not religious. I was atheist, like I said. At least now I believe in a creator. I wouldn't say I'm Christian or not. I believe in a creator. And that's it. A higher power. And, that's it. I'm not going to worship nobody. That's just me. And if you want to do that, that's fine. And I think that's the good thing about being Mandela affected, because we can all have different opinions of everything, and we can have different viewpoints on spirituality, life, we're all affected, and anything's possible. So I don't judge anyone or take that away from anyone. Anything's possible. It's just what I believe, right? I choose to believe this. A lot of you might still believe that everything's totally real and you're in an alternate reality. Well, that's fine. I thought that for a while too. And who knows, I might think that again tomorrow. But I've saw a lot of compelling stuff. I don't think anything's real. Like, definitely not time travel. Shit doesn't change. Everything's so completely different, yet entirely the same. It's impossible. Impossible. The only explanation is nothing's real. Matt's got a good saying, though. I really like it. It resonates well. He says, it might be as simple as this. The meaning of life is that life has meaning. And I like that. That's good. The meaning of life is life has meaning. That's good. It's funny, when I was younger, I had it really close to the mark, I think. I contemplating reality and the universe, and I try to break it down logically, right? And I was pretty damn young, like maybe a teenager, I don't know. And basically what my conclusion was, if you use logic, and obviously then I was using the, rules of what I thought was reality. When my rule of thumb was basically, I said, okay, absolutely everything, no matter what it is, right? People, dogs, fucking plants, whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. Absolutely nothing comes from nothing. Everything comes from something. So, everything comes from something, either two or more things interacting with each other bring apart something else, right? It could be anything, right? That you could, attribute that to absolutely anything in the world or the universe. So, yeah, one or two or more things interacting with each other or whatever bring about something else, okay? Nothing comes from nothing, though. Okay? So, using that logic, I concluded that absolutely nothing should exist. So, I said absolutely nothing should exist, therefore, anything's possible. Just the fact that we exist, that means anything's possible. I think I was probably stoned and just, it was a trip or whatever, but it's pretty funny how close to the mark I was with that. Okay, guys. I'm going to do this shit every day, I think. I'll try it anyway. Maybe you guys won't tell me to fuck off. I don't know. To each their own. Fuck. Adios.